Speaking in a recent YouTube video, Pimblett shared his thoughts on the matchup, suggesting that Gaethje could pull off the upset and defeat Topuria. Pimblett pointed out that the fight represents Gaethje's final opportunity to capture a UFC title, which could make the veteran especially dangerous and motivated heading into the bout.
And then my two mates in the main event, Ilya versus Justin. Ilya did say he was going to come back around this time, so June, perfect for him. And obviously Justin Gaethje said himself when he was fighting me, he wants to beat me and then go on fight on the White House, and he's done it. You know what I mean? That's off to him. He said he was going to do that. That's a scrap. You know what I mean? They're going to come out and they're going to try and take each other's heads off, but everyone's already counting Gaethje out, and we've already learned you can't do that. I don't know, I've got a sneaky suspicion that Gaethje might pull off an upset here and surprise everyone. As you know, it's a fight. It's a fist fight. It can go either way. Anyone could beat anyone. In the White House, he's probably going to have a little bit more motivation to go out there and win because it's in front of his presidents in his home country. We'll have to see how that one plays out, because obviously it's big implications for the rest of the division. I'm obviously going to be watching that. I'll have my eye on that, but I'm going to be focused on whoever I get to fight next, and hopefully I'm going to find out the next few weeks when my next fight will be. And hopefully it's around that time. Hopefully it's around June, July.
When discussing his own future, Pimblett also named Charles Oliveira as an opponent he'd love to face next, adding that he believes his grappling is on another level compared to the former champion.
I'd love to fight Charles though. Everyone goes on about his grappling. Everyone thinks it's levels above man, and I know it isn't. If I fought Charles, we'd probably end up having a war on the feet. Charles' resume is heavy.
Speaking on the Ariel Helwani show, O'Malley warned that teaming up with Hearn, who is currently feuding with Dana White, might not be the smartest move and could potentially strain Aspinall's relationship with the UFC.
The whole fighter pay thing, it's like everyone wants to make more money when they do whatever they're doing. You know, I have a good relationship with the UFC, and I'm happy. I'm honored that they, you know, asked me to be on the White House card. It's going to be huge for me. It's going to go out there. Yeah, I'm going to make some money, whatever. But I'm going to go out there and build the Sugar brand. I want to go out there and put on a beautiful performance, knock people out, have people remember me. And, you know, hopefully that flows into making more money outside the UFC and different kinds of brands deals. They're doing well, you know, it continues to grow. And, you know, you don't want to make enemies with the UFC. I don't understand how these, I don't get what people are doing. And I saw that Tom Aspinall signed with the Hearn dude. Mm-hmm. It's like, I don't really know if that's a great idea either. You're gonna have someone manage you that the Dana doesn't really like or something. That doesn't seem very smart. But I'm fucking, you know, I'm not that smart. But I just, you know, that's how I see it.
Ronda Rousey is celebrating Most Valuable Promotions signing Francis Ngannou to serve as the co-main event for her upcoming return to MMA, while simultaneously slamming her former employers. Ever since signing to face Gina Carano in a featherweight fight headed for Netflix on May 16th, the former UFC Women's Bantamweight champion hasn't been shy, taking aim at the company that inducted her into the Hall of Fame in 2018. Her latest shot fired comes after MVP signed Ngannou to face Philippe Lins following his release from the PFL just days after the UFC finally announced the upcoming card at the White House, with mixed reactions to that lineup.
Hey guys, rumors are true. I'm joining the Rusev vs Carano MMA fight on Netflix. I'll be entering the cage to fight Philippe Lins from Brazil. MVP is the promoter, so who knows? Maybe this means I'm one step closer of knocking out Jake Paul too. But first thing first, catch me on Saturday, May 16 on Rusev vs Carano, live only on Netflix.
Red Corner MMA, the CEO of Hype FC revealed that Paulus was offered a massive $2.6 million deal for 7 matches, a contract that could have made him the highest paid wrestler in the world, but ultimately declined the offer.
Я до последнего, честно говоря, думал, что я смогу организовать с Пулосом схватку. Мое последнее предложение ему было $2,6 миллиона за 7 схваток. То есть я думаю, что это был самый большой в целом в истории борьбы контракт какой-то. И он, видимо, не поверил, что мы реально можем заплатить эти деньги. Он мне, грубо говоря, так и сказал, что я не верю, что вы мне столько дадите и так далее. Это суммы большие. И просто выложил анонс с Рафом Лигой. Ну, справедливости ради, эта схватка у них зародилась, как бы это противостояние. Да, мы хотели на волне хайпа побыстрее ее сделать, но не прям обидно. И мы начали в ускоренном формате искать новую замену ему. И я обзвонил, наверное, весь ростер UFC. Дело в том, что сейчас, в данный момент, у UFC после нашего турнира в Армении чуть поменялась политика, и они теперь не всем, короче, действующим бойцам между собой разрешают выступать на хайп-файте.
Speaking on the latest episode of his Death Row MMA podcast, Masvidal, who has trained with Poirier in the past, predicted that Gaethje could take such a severe beating that it might push him into retirement after the fight.
Gaethje didn't look bad in the fight, but he also didn't look phenomenal. I think Ilya does Gaethje even worse, you know.
And dude, honestly, that's fucking scary.
He doesn't.
I don't think
he doesn't. They're at another level.
Yeah,
I've trained with Ilya plenty since like his first UFC fight. I was calling him back then. This guy's gonna be champ. I'm telling you, he's gonna beat the fucking brakes. He retires Homer Simpson that day on the fucking cake. He'll never come back in the fight in that dude.
Fuck. I mean,
Homer Simpson's gonna fucking. He's not like. I think he just flatlines him.
Masvidal also responded to Shara Bullett's recent words regarding his withdrawal from their grappling match, which was supposed to happen on March 11th at the Hype FC event in Brazil. Conor McGregor continues to prepare for his return to competition. In a new video shared on social media, McGregor can be seen putting in rounds of boxing sparring and sharpening his grappling skills as part of his ongoing training camp. Tom Aspinall has come to the surprising defense of Jon Jones. Jones will not be competing on the UFC White House card after negotiations reportedly broke down, with the former champion allegedly asking for $30 million to take the fight, a figure that the UFC declined to meet. Now, in an interview with Ariel Helwani, Aspinall, whose own career was stalled for nearly a year while waiting on a potential bout with Jones, defended the longtime champion. Aspinall said it's crazy that the promotion isn't willing to pay Jones what he's asking for, calling it a sign of disrespect toward one of the biggest stars the sport has ever seen.
Wow. Well, my reaction to that, and this is going to probably be crazy to a lot of people listening, but why is the UFC not giving Jon the respect he deserves financially? That's crazy to me. If anyone should be getting paid a lot in this sport, it should be Jon Jones. For the stuff that he's done, and that's me saying that.
Yeah.
After the history that I've had with Jon Jones.
Are you still not giving it to him?
Well, they offered him 30 million to fight me, so why have they not offered it again? I don't understand.
And you're probably a $25 million fighter.
I would hope so, but those guys who we're talking about, Conor McGregor and Jon Jones and guys like that, like they bring in those are the guys who brought in the revenue for over 10 years. They need to be getting paid what they deserve, in my opinion. I think the guys need to get their money ready for my fight. If we're talking about 25 million, I think
that was my idea.
25 million, because I'm ready to get.
So shared a positive health update, revealing that his vision has improved significantly following his most recent surgery. The UFC heavyweight champion said he's feeling optimistic about his recovery and believes he will be able to return to competition in 2026.
Do you think that you will fight in 2026?
I hope so. I think so.
Are they giving you that indication?
They're giving me the indication that everything's going in the right direction and improving fast. So there was a time when, things were all up in the air because we had some complications with it, but everything now is moving good, and I'm feeling a lot better. So
was there a point where you thought this might be it, that you maybe never fight again?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Was that terrifying?
I just thought, what am I going to do for the rest of my life? Because you got to remember, mate, like I've been involved in martial arts since I was 8 years old. I'm about to be 33 next month without being able to do any kind of martial arts. I'm not even talking about competing. Like at some points they were talking about potentially me not being able to train martial arts. So, but that's all in the past, mate. So I am out the little dark patch, and we're moving towards the light. So I'm absolutely buzzed.
Jon Jones is officially done with the games between him and UFC CEO Dana White. The former two-division champion publicly called for his release from the promotion in a lengthy social media post Monday following White's dismissive comments about Jones being excluded from the UFC's White House event.